Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'm doing another reading vlog and I actually already started the book that I'm reading, and that is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I'm actually rereading this whole series before the release date of Any Way the Wind Blows, which is actually in 5 days, as Rainbow Rowell's Instagram keeps reminding me. I know I'm not gonna be able to read it before it comes out, but you know, a girl can dream. So I actually started reading this on my vacation, but I didn't vlog any of it just because I was on vacation. So I got to like around page 100, and I actually stopped reading yesterday because I wanted to leave the best part of this book for the vlog, and that is when Cass, after 140 pages or so, finally shows up, you know, because that guy loves making an entrance. So without further ado, let's get on with the reading vlog. Also, before we get to Cass's, you know, grand entrance, I do have to mention that Rainbow Rowell does a great job of keeping us interested through 150 pages of the book, through 28 whole chapters, without one of the main characters in it, because I'm always so surprised, even though this is my third time reading it, like how long it takes for Bass, like the main love interest, to get introduced to the book. We do have flashbacks and stuff like that, but we don't have him in person in present time. So I'm always impressed that I am interested enough to keep reading until Bass gets here. The one thing that I am not loving, that I think I've never really been into, is that a lot of people get points of view. So like Penelope usually gets like 2 pages, and Agatha sometimes gets like 1 or 2 pages, and even the mage has gotten a couple of pages, and I don't really dig them. I know they're like character building and to give us different perspectives so we know more about what's going on inside this plot, but yeah, I'm not really digging it. I really love Cass. Oh my god, I'm gonna want to call him Cass throughout this whole vlog. Bass's perspective, and Simon, and there's this other lady that I always forget is in it, Lucy. She gets like really short chapters, and they're like the whole mystery throughout this book. And I know there has to be a plot, but it's honestly the most boring part of the book because I just like the character relationships. So, speaking of relationships, let's start part 2, Bass's great entrance and his first chapter. Let's go. I'm not even 4 pages into Bass's chapters, and Rainbow Rowell is already reminding me why I love this book series so much. It's so freaking funny. I can't stop like smiling at the pages and laughing. Like Simon keeps standing up every time Bass walks into a room because he's like super tense, on high alert, and Bass is just like, enough, Snow, I'm not the queen, and like stuff like that. And the tension between them is just so perfect. I love them both so much. It's so incredibly obvious for the reader that Bass is incredibly obsessed and in love with Simon, and Simon, for like 150 pages, is incredibly obsessed with Bass, and like maybe he's my enemy kind of way, but you're like, Simon literally says he stays up all night thinking about Bass. Like, make of that what you will. I've never really liked Agatha. I always like her more in the second book, but her character just kind of annoys me because from what I've read now, knowing that I'm aromantic and asexual, it's like, it feels like she is too, because she's like, I've never felt anything for anyone. Maybe I'm broken. Like, does that sound familiar to any aro ace people? She knows she doesn't love Simon, at least not in the way that he deserves to be loved or anything. So not in a romantic way, just like siblings kind of way, best friends kind of way. And I don't know if this like thread continues in book 2. I will confirm later on in the vlog. I headcanon that what's her face, Agatha, is aro ace, and you can't change my mind. Okay, so I read a little bit more, and now I have to go and help my little brother with some chores because he's going to university next year. They grow up so fast. And after that, I'm going with my mom to look for shoes for my graduation day because I am graduating in 2 days and I don't have shoes yet. So I will show you that outfit when the day comes. But as of now, let's go to the chores and we'll keep reading later. So we just got back and I didn't find any kind of shoes. My toes looked ridiculous in all of them that I tried on and it was too sad, so I just gave up. But I walked into the bookstore and I wasn't planning on buying anything, but it was at a very good price and I just had to buy 17's new album. I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself. That Simon Snow is alive and I'm hopelessly in love with him. Oh my god, the first time I read this, I almost died. So I just got to page, wait, 243, and I just have to say, the chapter that I just read is probably one of the coolest ones and one of my favorite ones out of this whole book. It's just when Baz and Simon work together for the first time to defeat that dragon, and Simon just puts his hand on Baz's shoulder and pushes his magic into him. It's so cool. It's such a cool concept, just someone who can't control their magic transferring their magic into someone else who has so much control but just is less powerful, and together they're super powerful and they can control the magic. It's just it's beautiful, you know. It's exactly the perfect dynamic. It's the dynamic I like to see. It's 7 p.m. I am stressed. I have been in this room for about 3 hours and I have just decided that even though I have about 300 pages left of this, I'm gonna try to finish this book today. So let's go. So I just got to page 288 and the best part of the book is finally coming up. Simon just realized something about the person they're looking for. Nico is that his name? Because he was talking to Ebb, and now he just almost ran all the way to Hampshire, which is the Pitch's resident. Look at my dog, he's so cute. Okay, so he's going to Baz's house, and then they're going to go to that bar, and then they're going to go to the woods, and that's one of my favorite scenes. And all the scenes in that house are they're just so good. Look, I'm just chilling with my little doggos here. So yeah, I'm just really excited and hoping I can finish this book today. I think I have so I'm page 280 and it has 520 pages. So do I have 220 pages left? Maybe, so I can probably finish it today. Chapter 53, Baz is a simp. That's it. That's the tweet. Okay, so chapter 61, I just read it and it just might be my favorite chapter from this whole book. It's just so good. Simon and Baz's relationship is just everything. I love it. There's so much tension. It's literally enemies to lovers done in the best way possible, and it's beautiful. And this chapter, it just jumps around from point of view to point of view. And it's beautiful. It works so well. Narratively, you would think that maybe it's a little bit jarring, but no, they work off each other so well. And it's just it's meant to be written like this. I can't imagine this chapter being written any other way. I'm just so freaking in love with it, and I'm in love with their love. You know, that just happens sometimes, and this is one of those couples where you just you can't help rooting for them, and just every time I'm reading one of their interactions, even if they're not alone, if they're with other people, their interactions are just they give me life. Something that I also wanted to mention is that in this book, at least Baz says that Simon usually tries to avoid calling him by his name, so Baz, and Simon just mentioned that Baz never calls Simon Simon. He always calls him Snow. So when he calls him Simon, it's more special. And I know there's a scene where they talk about it later and it's really cute and everything. I just really like that when they make calling each other by their names special. I don't know, it's one of my favorite tropes, and it's just like a little bit stupid and like a tiny trope, but I don't know why I really like it. Just makes it feel super special, and having it in an enemies to lovers is just like perfect. Perfect. Also, I haven't talked about Penny at all. I like her. I think I liked her better in the second book. She's nice, she's very cool, but she's also just like there. I really like her friendship with what's your name, with Simon. It's really nice to see a male-female friendship not being like romanticized or them having any kind of tension at all, so that's really nice. I just want to see more from her with Agatha, which we do get to see in the second book, so. Nobody's seducing a vampire, I say. Bass frowns at me. That might just be my favorite quote in this whole book. It's almost midnight, but I just have around 70 pages left. Look, I need to finish this, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hello. It is currently 1 in the morning, and I feel and look like complete shit, but I finished it. I got to page 520, and I finished it, so take that, whoever thought I couldn't make it. You suck. I have read almost 400 pages today, like 380 pages today. And that's a good amount of pages, like, that's a good amount. My head is like floating around in my skull, and I can't form coherent thoughts, but I know that this is a 5-star read and that I would read it again. I think that Carry On is a very good book because in most books that include queer protagonists, the story is all about them being gay and coming to terms with their queer identity, or helping someone else come to terms with their queer identity. But in this one, it's like a little side note. It's just Simon is gay, but he's also the chosen one, and there's a lot of crazy fantasy stuff happening in like the forefront. The gay stuff is in the background. I mean, he does have a gay relationship, but it's not about it being gay, it's about it being with his worst enemy. And also, it's not often that you get to see a queer representation in fantasy books, and also not a lot of BIPOC representation, so there was some in this, so it's pretty good. I will say this though, at the very end of the book, at the ball, the seeds were planted for the pain that we go through with this relationship in book 2. So I'm not really looking forward to that. I mean, I really liked the scenes with Bass and Simon in Bass's house and the forest. They were nice, but now I know we get some of those in the second book. But I mean, spoilers if you haven't read the second book. They kind of break up at the end, don't they? There's like so much tension between them, and not like in a fun way, like in a sad way. And I'm not looking forward to that. Like, I just got through 400 pages of this, and now I'm gonna have to dive right in to them being like on bad terms with each other. Good night. Hello and welcome to day 3, maybe, of the reading vlog. Today is my graduation day, so I'm going to show you guys my full outfit. Here it is. It's a full-on suit, and I think it's something that our friend Bass would be very proud of, and I think I look really good in it, and I feel super powerful, so let's go. What a day it's been. It's literally 10 p.m. and I just got home and I'm dying to take my shoes off, but the time is near. I'm gonna take them off soon. I almost took them off before this video, but no, filming comes first. So I guess here are some clips from my graduation. They featured me on the big screen so many times. Every time, like every 5 people that they showed, I would appear just randomly on there, and I always reacted, because if they show you on the big screen and you don't at least like wave a little bit, shame on you. So So I reacted a couple of times. And yeah, I am now going to put my PJs on. I've never wanted to put my PJs on more in my life and just wash my face and read to calm down. So we are starting Rainbow Rivals Wayward Son today. Just from the epilogue from this book, which is half a page long, and the first chapter, which is exactly 2 pages, you can tell that the tone has completely shifted. While the first book was all like campy and fun on games and haters to lovers, this one is the aftermath of being told you're the chosen one your whole life and now not having magic and not having like a destiny or a set future. And you can tell that Simon is depressed from the get-go, and seeing it from Cassie's point of view, Jesus, it's already started. From Baz's point of view, is so sad because he has been in love with him for forever and he has suffered so much. And when he finally got the guy, like his happy ending, his guy went into a depression. I mean, it's obviously not Simon's fault, but it's so sad because you expect them to be all happy and like in their honeymoon phase, and they're not. It's so clear that Simon is depressed and that he doesn't know what to do with himself or with his life, and that Baz just feels like he's a nuisance and that Simon hates him again. So it's so sad. I've read 3 pages, but I literally don't want to read anymore because it's already hurting my feelings. I came out of Carry On with all these fuzzy feelings. I was so happy, a lot of serotonin, and now this is just like, I've come back down from my high, just like that. But I'm gonna put it down because I'm tired, and I'm gonna wash my face finally, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. So today is day 4, I guess, since I said it was day 3 yesterday. So today I am finally and officially graduated and unemployed. Yay! So now that we got that out of the way, let's keep reading because I did only read exactly 4 pages yesterday. So let's get into the pain, shall we? Here I am again, back at it with an update after reading only 1 page. So reading this immediately after reading Carry On must have been such a shock because I had to wait like 1 or 2 years. But reading it immediately like I am now, it's so weird because it feels like they finally got their happily ever after. And now Simon's first chapter, he says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's what I'm going to say when I break up with Cass. I'm doing it so he doesn't have to. You just want fluff. You want them to be happy. You want like the nice tension left over from the enemies to lovers. But no, you get depressed Simon and Baz who doesn't know what to do with it, but still really, really loves him. He just doesn't know how to handle the situation because it's new to him. 8 pages in. I will stop updating. I promise. I'm sorry. I just, it's already affecting me so much. So I'm currently waiting for my mom to get her 2nd vaccination dose. Yay, finally. And I managed to trigger the alarm on my dad's car, but that's fine. So I've built this little wall so the sun doesn't like kill me while I wait for my mom in the cars. And now I'm just going to read and pray that this does not work like an oven and that I don't get cooked in the parking lot. Okay, you cannot tell me that Agatha is not Arrow A's. I am starting to like her. She literally just said, I could have kissed her. I still wish sometimes that I wanted to. That would feel like an answer to the question of me. Then I would say, oh, that's who I am. That's why I've been so confused. I thought I was making it up from the first book because I did not remember this from the first time I read these books. But now, looking at it with Arrow A's eyes, I'm like, I see you, Agatha. This better come up later. that only works in Spanish-speaking areas, but Spanish is a growing language. It's so funny that she has to justify this, like Spanish is not the second most spoken second language in the world. Okay, sis, go off. Seeing Simon and Bass so happy and carefree at the moment, and knowing that it's all going to end in flames, like the cover says, it's its own brand of personal hell. I'm enjoying it, but there's so much dread in what I know is coming. But I'm enjoying it. So I finally just got back home after a whole day of being outside. I know, crazy. Also, there were like a lot of issues with the trains in Madrid today, and I was actually stuck at my station for 50 minutes, which means I read about 100 pages on my way to the picnic in total, and I am now on page 215. So now I can finally give more updates because I've read more than 8 pages. One of the things I wanted to say is that even though I love Bass teaching Simon how to drive, Simon would in no world be able to learn to drive stick in a day. No, I don't believe that Simon would be able to pick it up in one day for a second. Also, that Renaissance fair scene, perfect, when Simon pins Bass to the car. Iconic. I love to see it. And Simon and Bass in the back of the pickup truck, love to see it. Love it. But I don't love where it's going. And now we're starting to see Agatha in a cult, which is also interesting. I'm really leaning into my Agatha Arrow Ace theory, so I would love to see it confirmed. And for now, I think that is all I have to say. Just that I'm loving Bass and Simon's relationship at the moment, except there's always like 2 beds and they never share one, but we're getting there. I know Simon obviously has trauma, and it's interesting to read through that, but I hope in the 3rd book we get the bed sharing. That's all I want, like innocent bed sharing. That's literally all I'm asking. It's official, you guys. I'm sad. I am currently on page 296, so basically almost there. Oh my god, I only have 50 pages. Well, 60. So I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight, but I'm sad. Okay, let me tell you why. Basically, until the moment that we got to Vegas, I forgot that this lamb guy existed. And when I remembered, I got so sad. He doesn't get in the way of Bass and Simon, but he's definitely more than a pebble on the road, you know? And when their little first date thing was going on, I just felt so bad for Simon. I get Bass. I almost called him Cass. Oh my god. So I get Bass, and I understand he wants to learn more about his people, you know, about being a vampire, but I just need them, Bass and Simon, to have a conversation, please. I know they say they're not good at talking to each other, but I'm gonna need you to do it anyways, okay? Also, that moment when Simon left and came back with a haircut, never has such a simple thing turn my heart right open. It like tore it apart. And okay, I'll tell you like my interpretation of it, just so you know why it hurts me so much. It's because Simon all this time has been like letting himself go, not caring about his appearance anymore, ever since he stopped being the chosen one. And Bass has noticed that. And when Simon feels intimidated and a little bit jealous of this older guy who's super put together, he leaves and he comes back with a haircut. What, is he trying not to be replaced? Is he trying to like show Baz that he still cares and that he's still an option and that he's still in the running? I don't know. Why never has a haircut been this steep? I always forget, like I said before, how much I love this series, but I've thought about it, and it's on my top 5 favorite series of all time. So now that I have come to terms with it. I need the third book. So, contrary to what I said yesterday, I did not finish the book. No, I didn't even read one page last night. I actually spent most of last night marathoning the last season of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, I think. So, that was a night well spent. And today I have some apple slices prepared and 60 pages to go. I've been editing all day, as you could probably tell from my editing outfit, so it's time. I'm going to disconnect, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. Let's go. This book is breaking me for the second time. Fighting doesn't feel good anymore. It feels like breaking something because you don't know how to fix it. I can't. Agatha's and Penny's friendship is so cute and so badass. I love what we get in this book, just like half a chapter. And I'm hoping we get more in the next one because they're so cute and I want to see more from them. They are the best. And Agatha, she is climbing up the ranks of my favorite characters in these books because she is so badass. Like in this one, the character development is just delicious. Okay, so Penelope and Agatha are both badasses, especially in these last chapters. Okay, we get it. But every time I remember that they have to cut their mouths open because they're glued shut to be able to use spells. It's too much for me. It's too much. I don't want to keep reading, but I have to. So I just finished the book. And first of all, I did not remember Shepard's storyline, that he was cursed, and that's going to be, I guess, like a big part of his and Penelope's storyline in the next book, so they have something to do. Agatha is coming back. Great. I thought the ending would be worse in the sense that I thought they broke up, but they don't. They just have like a little argument and a little bit of a misunderstanding. But they haven't officially broken up. No one has said the words. And this book started with Simon practicing in his head how to break up with Baz. Oh my god, Baz. So, I'm taking this as a good sign. And I know they're not breaking up, okay? This is not the kind of story where they don't end up together. I know they end up together, okay? But it just hurts. And also, I could count with one hand the number of times that Baz calls Simon outside his head, you know, like in real life. He calls him Simon instead of Snow. And every time that happens, like, just do it all the time, Baz. Jesus Christ, just do it. It's his name. Please. Please. Because Simon likes it, obviously. So please do it. That's the only thing I'm asking. Final thoughts, I guess. Great book. It wrecked me, and now the weight of at least 10 days is going to wreck me again, over and over again. But I can't. The worst thing is that I finished it 2 days after the next book is published. So I can't even look at fan art or stuff like that because there's going to be spoilers everywhere, which is terrible. And what do I think the next book is going to be like besides amazing? Very painful and very good. So those are basically all my thoughts on, what's this book called? Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell. Do I recommend you read it? Yes. Do I recommend you have tissues? Yes, also as well. Please leave a like if you like this video. Comment down below if you read this book and if you've read Any Way the Wind Blows already. Good for you if you have. Please don't leave spoilers down in the comments. Click subscribe if you haven't already, and click that bell button to get notifications every time I post another video. I post videos twice a week on this channel, so that's every Monday and Friday, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!